Thank you. So as I said, a viscosity is the resistance offered by the fluid or another layer of the fluid. Okay. So now if I consider two parallel plates, these are two parallel plates. Okay. You can see these are two parallel plates. One is fixed. One is fixed. And in between these two parallel plates, there is fluid flowing. There is a fluid which is flowing. Okay. Now, so you can just imagine there are two parallel plates and there's a fluid flowing in between these two parallel plates. Okay. On the first, the lower plate is fixed. The lower plate is fixed. Okay. Now, the top plate, if I apply a force on the top plate, that is F. I'm applying a force F on the top plate. Okay. Or the first plate, which is there on the fluid. Okay. Can you tell me that there will be some fluid which will be touching this plate? There will be a fluid
Yes, sir.
which will be touching.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. So that fluid layer will be. अभी देखो, अगर मैंने समझो कि if I'm not pulling it now, okay, if I place it in a container and this side it is fixed, one side it is fixed and another side it is just moving. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll apply a force. I'll apply a force to it. When I apply a force to it, what will happen? The fluid layer or fluid film which is in contact with this surface, with this top surface which is moving, it will also move along with the force, with the force in the direction of the force. Right or no? Whatever plate is there, with it, there will be some fluid layer attached to it. Right? So that fluid layer will also start moving with this plate. Right or no? So when I start pulling this top layer, plate with some force, it will move with some velocity. So the velocity with which it is moving, this plate, will be equal to the velocity with which the fluid top layer is moving. Right or no? So this layer, whatever is there, okay, this layer, wait a second. This layer, whatever is there, okay, the distance between these two plates is y. The distance between these two plates is y. Okay, and the velocity with which the plate is moving is u. Okay, so now I am trying to say that this will be the velocity, the layer of the fluid which is in contact with the top layer, which is moving with velocity u, will be having the same velocity as that of the plate. Understood or no? So whatever layer is there, see whatever I'm drawing here, blue color, that is having the same velocity as that of the plate. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what will happen to this layer, the layer which is below the plate, near to the below the plate, lower plate? What will happen at this point? Anyone? As I have said, it is fixed at this point. The plate is fixed. So if the plate is fixed, the fluid is also not moving. Right? So at this point, velocity is how much? Zero.
Zero.
Velocity is zero.
Zero.
Okay. Now, so as the fluid is moving from here to here, as the fluid layer is moving, what will happen? This layer will come here. Right? This will come here. Okay. So this plate is moving with velocity u, and this is moving with some velocity, some velocity, some velocity, some velocity. So as we go on into the deep towards the lower plate, what will happen? The velocity will go on increasing or reducing?
Increasing.
Decreasing. Reducing or decreasing, right? So the velocity will go on reducing. Okay. So now we know the definition of the fluid. What it is? What is the definition of fluid? A fluid is a substance that can deform, that deforms continuously under the action of what? Which force?
Shear force.
Shear force. Okay. Now, is this the shear force acting? If we imagine that this is the force I am applying and this side it is fixed. If I am applying a force like this, so this side it is fixed. So what will happen to the component? It will deform, right? It will undergo deformation. So in the same way, is there any deformation taking place here? Is there any deformation taking place here?
Shear force.
Shear force is taking place. Is there any deformation taking place?
Yes, sir.
It is because of what? Shear force acting on the unit area. Okay, so when the shear force is acting on a unit area, that will become what? Tau equal to F by A. Okay, this in solids we are saying that shear stress is proportional to shear strain. Shear stress is proportional to shear strain. Which is this law? Stress is proportional to strain.
Hooke's law.
Hooke's law. Good, very good. So that is the Hooke's law, right? In solids, I'm talking about solids. Now, when I come to fluids, that is fluid part, what will happen? This shear stress is proportional to the rate of shear strain. The rate of shear strain. So you know, whenever I apply a stress, there will be a strain in the component. Okay, what is the strain? That is the deformation which is taking place with respect to length and all. Okay. Now, what is the shear stress is proportional to rate of shear strain? What is that rate of shear stress is proportional? Shear stress is proportional to rate of strain. Anyone? Okay, I'll tell you. See here. So this is the distance y, which is the distance between the two plates. Okay, it is moving with some velocity. Now the velocity will go on decreasing. The difference between the two layers will be du. The difference between the two layers will be du. Okay, so now I can say that the first velocity layer, the first layer of the fluid will be having u plus du velocity, and the second layer will be having u. Okay, and third layer will be having u minus du, and like that it will go on. Okay, till we get u equal to 0. So this change in velocity, there is a change in velocity ना, अगर देखो अभी देखो यहाँ पे फर्स्ट लेयर में 15 मीटर पर सेकेंड है, इमेजिन. Second layer has 10 meter per second. Third layer has 5 meter per second. Okay, then we have, okay, at the last we are getting 0 meter per second. So whether the velocity is going on decreasing na, from the first top layer to the bottom layer. Okay, so this is nothing but change in velocity. This change in velocity with respect to the length, that is dy. Why dy? Because if this is the distance between the two plates, then the distance between the fluid layers will be dy. Will be dy and dy. Okay, so this is known as velocity gradient. Velocity gradient. This is known as velocity gradient. Why? Because the velocity is going on reducing from top layer to the bottom layer, or going on increasing from bottom plate to the top plate. With respect to what? With respect to height or with respect to time? Anyone?
Sir, with respect to height.
Height. With respect to height. So the height is y. So actually it will be u by y. But I want the rate of shear strain. Okay. So that is the change in velocity with respect to change in the distance between the two layers. So that's why it is given as shear stress is proportional to rate of shear strain. This is also known as du by dy is also known as velocity gradient or rate of shear strain. Okay. Therefore, so what happens is, So shear stress is proportional to rate of shear strain or velocity gradient, that is du by dy. So tau is equal to mu, because we want some constant of proportionality as it is directly proportional. So tau equal to mu du by dy, where mu is what? Dynamic viscosity, where mu is dynamic viscosity. Understood? This is the why we are going for like this. I'll draw a simple diagram so that you can understand easily, because that was very messy. Okay. So at this point, we are having some velocity. So velocity is going on reducing till it reaches the bottom surface. At this point, it will be 0. At this point, it will be at maximum velocity, we can say. It will be maximum velocity. Okay, as this side is fixed. Okay, understood? So this is why there is a change in. So this is dy, and the difference between the two velocities, difference between the two layers of the fluid, the velocity difference is du. Okay, therefore the distance between and the total length is dy. Okay, this is the way we are defining the viscosity. Okay, and mu is what now? Dynamic viscosity. How we can define is mu equal to tau by du by dy. So shear stress per unit rate of shear strain is dynamic viscosity. Shear stress per unit rate of shear strain is dynamic viscosity. Okay, understood. This is based on this. We are having some problems. Okay, so we can solve it later. Next. So we have discussed that whenever a solid is in contact with another solid, there is a friction force developed at the contact surface. Okay, so this yesterday only we have discussed this. Okay. Fine. Okay, so this is the point. Okay, this is the fluid layer, first layer, which is moving, and this point there is a what? It is in contact with the fixed plate. So at this point the velocity will be 0, and we go on increasing. Gradually the velocity will also go on increasing. So velocity, the distance between the two fluid layers, first layer and second layer is dy, and the difference between the two the velocity in the between the velocities is du. Okay, therefore this is the velocity profile when it is flowing over a fixed plate. Okay, see here. When the two layers of a fluid at a distance dy move one over the other at a different velocities, say u and u plus du, as shown in the figure, the viscosity together with relative velocity causes a, excuse me. So as shown in the figure, the viscosity together with the relative velocity causes a shear stress acting between the fluid layers. So will this be a relative velocity between these two fluid layers? Will there be any relative velocity? Why there will be a difference in the velocity? Can anyone tell me? Between the layers?
Because there is a resistance as we go down.
So as we have said that there is a resistance between the fluid motion, and we have read the sentence here that a viscosity can be defined as the property of a fluid which offers resistance to the movement of one layer of the fluid over another adjacent layer of the fluid. So जब ये move होता रहता ना, तो it will be resisting this motion, and if it is moving, the below layer will be resisting it. So all these layers are resisting each other. Okay, therefore there is a resistance in the motion of the fluid, because of which a shear strain is generated. That shear strain is in terms of rate of shear strain. So now what, can anyone tell me what is the rate? If we are calculating something with respect to something, sometimes we convert, अगर मैंने बोला du by dt, so what is this? Change of velocity with respect to time. Rate of change of velocity with respect to time. right? So here the rate of change of velocity with respect to the thickness or the distance between the two plates. Okay, the rate. Okay, it may be with respect to time, it may be with respect to distance. Okay, fine, understood. Acting between the fluid layers, the top layer causes a shear stress on the adjacent lower layer, while the lower layer causes a shear stress on the adjacent top layer. So there is a shear stress which is created between these two layers. Top layer will create a resistance to this, and the bottom layer will create a resistance to the top layer. So because of this only, the fluid is having a viscosity, or fluid is having some resistance to flow. Okay, fine. So for an example, like we have seen, we always we observe it. Water is easy to flow. Water flows easily, right? But honey doesn't flow easily, because what happens? Honey, or you might have seen paints, right? Paints and honeys, they will be flowing very slowly because of the more viscosity. Okay, it will be creating more resistance for the motion of the fluid. Okay, this shear stress, whatever is there, I have told you that this shear stress is proportional to the rate of change of velocity with respect to y. Rate of change of velocity with respect to y. It is denoted by the symbol tau, called as tau. It is denoted by the symbol called as tau. So tau is directly proportional to the rate of change of velocity with respect to the y, dy. Okay. Now tau equal to mu du by dy. As I have told you, where mu is the constant of proportionality, also known as coefficient of dynamic viscosity, or also known as viscosity. And du by dy represents the rate of shear strain, or rate of shear deformation, or velocity gradient. Okay, this is the velocity. Why it is called velocity gradient is there is a change in velocity from the bottom to the top layer. Okay, fine, understood this much? If you have any doubts, you can ask. There is no restriction for you to ask the doubts. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask, because many of you won't be getting adapted with the online classes, so you have to get adapted. If you have any doubts, you can ask. If you want, I'll teach you again and again. You don't worry about it. Any doubts, guys?
No, sir.
No. Okay, fine. Wait a second. Fine, understood now. We'll go to the next part, that is, so as I said, from the above equation, what we had got? From the above equation, we can say that tau equal to directly proportional to du by dy, tau equal to mu du by dy. So how can I write mu? Mu equal to tau du by dy. So viscosity is defined as the shear stress required to produce a unit rate of shear strain. So shear stress required to produce a unit rate of shear strain is what? The viscosity. Okay. So another definition of the viscosity with respect to the formula, or we can say the empirical formula which we have got. Okay. Now, so what are the unit of viscosity? So you should remember this now. What are the units of viscosity? It is a very important question from point of view of your Viva, and even from the point of view of your this one. What do you say? Your GATE exams, PGCET exams, and any competitive exams which you're gonna write in the future. Okay, so the unit of viscosity is MKS unit. Which is this MKS unit? That is meter, kilogram, and second unit. So, what will be the unit of? Can anyone tell me what will be the unit of viscosity?
Poise, sir, poise.
Poise. Very good. So that is one of the unit of viscosity. But how can you define it in terms of SI unit? Do you know how to get the units? Anyone? Okay, I'll give you the formula. Can anyone tell me what is the viscosity of it? What is the unit of it? Mu equal to tau by du by d1. Can anyone tell me how to get this unit? Shall we try once?
Yes, sir.
What is the unit of tau, shear stress?
Newton per mm square.
Newton per mm square.
Not mm, man. You should write meter. Unless and until it has been said to you that you do it in mm, then don't convert it. It is Newton per
Meter square.
Newton per meter square. Very good. Now, what is the velocity unit?
Meter per second.
Meter per second. What is the unit of meter? The length? Sorry, meter itself. Sorry. Meter. Okay. Now, how to get this? Many might have got this now, till by now.
1 meter cancels.
This 1 meter and meter cancels.
Cancels.
Can anyone tell me based on this what is the unit? I have written the units. You tell me. Fast. Anyone? इतना तो लिख दिया, इसके ज्यादा आगे बोलो तो सही.
Newton second per meter square.
Very good. It is Newton second per meter square. How you got that?
M and M square cancel, sir.
M and M square will cancel.
1 m is cancel. 1 m is cancel.
Then
सर rate of change का unit second आता है.
rate of change का unit second आता है. Good. Okay. So the unit is actually Newton second per meter square. Okay. So how you can do is, see, you can just take this up this side and you can just cross cancel it, and you'll get like Newton second per meter square. You get Newton second per meter square. Okay. Now that is for the unit of what? Viscosity in terms of SI. So this Newton in terms of MKS, it is kgf. Okay. Not Kohler Goldfields, it is kg force, kilogram force. Okay. So that is the unit of force in terms of MKS. kgf second. You can see MKS, meter, kilogram, and second. Okay. Fine. So okay, so therefore it is kgf second. So kgf is what? Newton second per meter square. Now, if we go to CGS unit, that is centimeter, gram, and second, it will be dyne second per centimeter square. So the unit of Newton or unit of force in terms of CGS is dyne, P-Y-N-E, dyne. Okay, then SI unit is Newton second per meter square, which you have answered already. Okay, now how to convert MKS to CGS? Okay. So 1 kgf second per meter square is equal to 98.1 dyne second per centimeter square. That is equal to 98.1 poise. So this, whoever said that poise, it's correct. That is dyne second per centimeter square is 1 poise. Okay. So dyne second per centimeter square is 1 poise. If you want to CGS to SI, what you have to do? I have to get 1 poise equal to 1 by 10 Newton second per meter square. Okay. So in some problems, what he'll give the unit of viscosity in terms of poise. That you have to convert it in terms of Newton second per meter square. If we ask in the question that calculate the viscosity of the fluid in terms of poise, and he has given every value in terms of SI unit, what you will do? If he says that calculate the viscosity of a fluid in terms of poise, and he has given all the values in terms of SI. How you will convert?
We convert poise to SI unit.
You have converted poise to SI unit. Then how? So as one poise is 1/10 Newton second per meter square. Now, what will be 1 Newton second per meter square?
We should multiple into 10.
We should multiply it with 10. Then we'll get in terms of poise. We should get the value in terms of, we should multiply it with 10. Whatever value we are getting, you multiply it with Newton second per meter square में जो value आएगा उसको multiply कर दो 10 के साथ. So whatever value you get in terms of poise. Okay. So this conversion everyone has to remember. This conversion everyone has to remember. That is the important conversion from the exam point of view, from your competitive exam points of view, and your laboratory point of view. Okay, lab point of view. Fine. So you can write it down. If you can just write down MKS unit, CGS unit, the SI unit, Newton second per meter square. Then you say the conversion. Then you write 1 poise equal to 1/10 Newton second per meter square. If you want, you can write it down. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Nitin, mute. Okay, fine. So this is T1 poise equal to 9.81. So now we'll go with the definition of kinematic viscosity. So kinematic viscosity is that is given by nu is Nu. Okay, nu, not mu, Nu. Or you can say like this. It is nu. Okay, this is mu, Mu, micro, mu. This is nu. Okay, if I'm wrong, you can just check it out. Okay, so it is defined as the ratio between the dynamic viscosity and density of the fluid. So the definition states that it is the ratio of viscosity divided by density. Okay, so kinematic viscosity is given by the dynamic viscosity divided by density. Okay, so viscosity divided by density. What will be unit of this? Can anyone tell me? I'll write it correctly. So the kinematic viscosity is the ratio of dynamic viscosity by density. Can anyone tell me the the unit? Remember this. These are the basics. Mu by rho. Okay. So can anyone get me the unit for this? What is the unit for viscosity in terms of SI?
Newton second per meter square.
Newton second per meter square. Okay, good. Done. Newton second per meter square. Then what is the unit of density? Kg per meter cube. Now, I can write Newton as kg meter per second square. Right? Now get me the unit of kinematic viscosity. Anyone? Any one of you? Fast.
meter square per second.
Good. Very good. Meter square per second. So how did you get that?
Sir, both the kgs get cancelled.
Okay.
The meter cube goes in the numerator,
Hmm.
and it becomes meter raised to 4.
Meter is to 4. Good. Huh.
मीटर रेस टू 4 एंड मीटर स्क्वायर में से मीटर स्क्वायर बचेगा, सेकंड स्क्वायर और सेकंड से सेकंड बचेगा.
Second बचेगा. Good. So it will be meter square per second. So this is the unit for kinematic viscosity in terms of SI. In terms of SI, this is the unit. Can anyone tell me the unit of kinematic viscosity in terms of MKS, that is meter kilogram second? Will it be same or changing?
Same.
Same. Very good. So the unit will be same for this one. Can anyone tell me the unit in terms of CGS? Centimeter, gram and second. What will be the unit?
Centimeter square per second.
Good. Centimeter square per second. So the unit of kinematic viscosity is meter square per second for SI and MKS, and for CGS it is centimeter square per second. Okay. ठीक है. Done. Now. So whatever we have derived, that is unit of viscosity, unit of mu and unit of rho. So unit of viscosity is force into time divided by length square into mass by length cube, everything. This is in terms of dimensions, okay, which we have derived. So at the end we have got meter square per second. So in MKS and MKS and SI, the unit is meter square per second, and in CGS it is centimeter square per second. Why? Because there is a meter. So MKS में मीटर किलोग्राम एंड सेकेंड आएगा, SI में भी MKS ही आएगा क्योंकि मीटर किलोग्राम एंड सेकेंड ही आता है. तो here we have in terms of meter square per second, but in CGS it is centimeter, gram and second. Centimeter, gram and second. Therefore it will be, instead of meter, it will be centimeter square per second, because second will be same everywhere. Okay. Now, as we have a poise as the unit in dynamic viscosity, we have something called as Stokes, S-T-O-K-E, Stokes, as a unit in kinematic viscosity. So 1 Stokes is equal to 1 centimeter square per second. So therefore, 1 by 100 square equal to meter per square per second equal to 10 raised to minus 4 meter square per second. So it means that 1 Stokes is equal to 10 raised to minus 4 meter square per second. Remember this. What is it? 1 Stokes equal to 1 centimeter square per second. That is equal to 10 raised to minus 4 meter square per second. So if they say to convert from, if they say that the kinematic viscosity unit has to be converted to calculate the kinematic viscosity in terms of Stokes, then what you have to do? Will you multiply or divide? Like 1 poise equal to 1 by 10, right? For an example, 1 poise equal to how much? 1 by 10, right? Newton second per meter square, right? So 1 centimeter square per second equal to how much? 1 stroke is equal to 10 raised to minus 4 meter square per second. Right. Now, how are you going to convert this into this? So we can write this as 1 by 10 raised to 4. I can write like this now.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
1 by 10 raised to 4
Yes, sir.
meter square per second, 1 stroke.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If I want to convert it back, if I ask you to convert it into stroke, how much will be? It will be stroke
10 raised to minus 4.
10 raised to 4 stroke.
10 raised to 4 stroke. Okay, so this is the answer. Into 10 raised to 4 you have to do. Okay, to convert it into stroke. That will all see in while solving the problems. Okay, till this much you understood about dynamic viscosity and kinematic viscosity.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Abhishek, Garenor, don't give attendance. Still, I have not asked the attendance. Okay, fine. The next part will be the Newton's law of viscosity. The Newton's law of viscosity states that the shear stress on a fluid element is directly proportional to rate of shear strain. So whatever rule we have or whatever thing we have studied, that is tau equal to mu du by dy, or tau is directly proportional to du by dy. This is nothing but Newton's law of viscosity. Newton's law of viscosity. So it states that the shear stress on a fluid element is directly proportional to the rate of shear strain. And the constant of proportionality mu is called the coefficient of viscosity. Tau equal to mu du by dy. Okay, tau equal to mu du by dy. This way of studied. Mathematically, we say this law or this rule is based on Newton's law of viscosity. Okay, so this is another important law, that is Newton's law of viscosity, which will be asked in the exams. Like define or state the law of viscosity, state Newton's law of viscosity, and classify the different fluids based upon it. So classification of the fluid will be taking it, I think, not today, in the next class. But you remember this definition that, or this law that the shear stress, whatever we have studied now, that shear stress is directly proportional to rate of shear strain. Tau equal to mu du by dy. Now, variation of viscosity with temperature. Variation of viscosity with temperature in a fluid. In a fluid. Not, I have not said it is what? I have not said that it is a solid, sorry, a liquid or a gas. I have just said a fluid. So how this varies? Okay, why it is varying? Okay, I have one question for everyone. That okay, fine. This is a container. Okay, and in this, open है या closed है कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. I just think that I have put a lid on this. Okay, there is water, or we can say liquid. Okay, and there is one more container. Okay, there is some gas. Okay, wait. Let it be. There is one more container. Okay, I'll just make it blue. Let it be. And there is gas in this. In one container there is liquid, and another container there is gas. Okay. Now I'll keep viscosity as a parameter. Viscosity as a parameter. Now what I'll do? I'll go on heating this. Okay, heating liquid and gas both. Okay, so it means that I'm heating means what? I'm increasing the what? Temperature. I'm increasing temperature of both liquid and gas. Now viscosity here भी लिखता हूँ. what will happen when I increase the temperature of a liquid? What will happen to viscosity? What will happen to viscosity of a liquid when I increase its temperature? Whether the viscosity will increase or decrease in liquids.
Increase.
Okay, very good. Next. हाँ, हो गया, सब लोगों ने increase बोल दिया. Viscosity of liquid increases with increase in temperature. Next is, well, what happens to the viscosity of a gas when we heat it or when we increase its temperature?
Here decrease.
Here, so according to you, the viscosity increases with temperature in liquid, and according to you,
Gas.
the viscosity decreases with
Gas viscosity.
decrease in viscosity with increase in temperature. Okay, why? Now the question is why? How it will decrease and increase? How it will happen? See here. Okay, I'll tell you one example. You all are wrong. You all are wrong. Whatever you have said is wrong. Shall I tell why? Can I tell why?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You all are wrong. Okay, I'll tell you why. First, we'll discuss this. This is a very important parameter and very important topic. But most of you don't know. What is meant by cohesive force? इसको पता है क्या? Cohesive force. Anyone knows cohesive force? What is cohesive and what is adhesive force? This is important, very important. ये मैंने जो डॉट्स बनाया ना, that are the water molecules, imaginary water molecules. Okay. Now, अभी देखो, what is cohesive force? If there are two molecules which are attracted to each other, having the same chemical composition, that is, एक पानी के बॉटल में पानी रहेगा, ठीक है? तो उस पानी के मॉलिक्यूल, एक मॉलिक्यूल and another molecule, if they attract, the force of attraction between these two molecules is because of cohesive force. Attraction between the two molecules of the same chemical composition is called as cohesive force. Force of attraction. What is adhesive force? Anyone? Are you interested to listen or no? What is adhesive force?
They are attractive particles in a different chemical composition.
Very good. Whenever you take a what you say, gum, right? Gum देखा है कि नहीं? हिंदी वाला gum नहीं, English वाला gum. Okay. So this gum is also known as adhesive. Okay. Your Fevicol, whatever Fevicol is, it joins the two different materials. Right or no? So that is called adhesive. Adhesive force or adhesion force. So that is the force of attraction between the water bottle and the water molecule. So you might have seen, whenever you drink water and in a glass, you can see that some amount of water droplet is still attached to the glass. Have you seen that?
Yes, sir.
That is called adhesive. Adhesive force between the components of different chemical structure. Okay, like that. Okay, now, so this cohesive force is there now. Whatever this cohesive force is there now, that is more in a liquid. That is more in liquids. So therefore, whenever we heat it, whenever we heat the liquid, okay, what will happen? When we heat the liquid, what will happen? When we heat a liquid, what will happen? Its temperature increases. It's getting converted into what? converted into what?
Gas.
Steam.
Gas.
Yes.
Vapor
Vapor.
or gas. Okay. So the gas is able to freely move.
No, sir.
Hey, yaar.
Sir, yes,
See.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll
Yes,
just
sir.
imagine that. Abhi, the force of attraction is more over here. Can you say yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now, when I go on heating, what will happen? The cohesive force will go on decreasing. So the molecules will stop getting away from each other, right? So some molecules won't hit each other. So the molecules will start, the liquid molecules will go on converting into vapor molecules, right? What will happen to this? The cohesive force will go on decreasing, right or no?
Yes, sir.
Why the cohesive force will go on decreasing? Because whatever layer of fluid is there. अभी एक layer है समझो यहाँ पर. यहाँ पे एक layer है. यहाँ पे molecules होंगे water molecules. What will happen is these water molecules will start leaving the surface and get converted into what? Vapor.
Water
Right.
particles.
Water molecules or vapor molecules, we can say water vapor molecules, right or no? So these are getting freed up, right? So it is able to move now easily.
Yes, sir.
There's no resistance to the motion of the fluid, right or no? So when the cohesive force decreases, what will happen is the joints between or the force of attraction goes on reducing and the molecules will become free for their motion. So what will happen is when we increase the temperature of a liquid, the viscosity increases or decreases. You should tell, I won't tell this.
Viscosity decrease, sir. Because
Decrease.
viscosity decrease.
Viscosity decreases.
Decreases.
Why? Because with the increase in temperature, the cohesive force of attraction between the molecules will go on decreasing.
Goes on
When
decreasing.
when the force of attraction goes on reducing, therefore the
Temperature
molecules will become free and start moving here and there.
Moving.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what will happen?
Viscosity decrease, temperature increase.
Okay. So with the increase in temperature, the viscosity decreases. Okay. Now what is happening in this one? Gas.
Exactly opposite, sir.
Exactly opposite. How it will happen? If this is a gas, so what will happen? There is something called as molecular momentum transfer. Molecular momentum transfer. So when we heat a gas, what will happen? The gas molecules will absorb the kinetic energy and will start hitting here and there, each other, with a heavy molecular momentum. With a heavy momentum, it will start hitting each other and it will start expanding. So when it starts expanding, what will happen? Sorry, it starts getting contracted to each other. Like abhi samjho, when I start hitting this, when I start hitting the gas, what will happen? The molecules will start hitting each other. So they will try to come closer to each other. What will happen now?
Cohesive force.
Sir,
Cohesive
resistance is increased, sir.
Cohesive force. will-
Resistance is increased. There is no cohesive. The cohesive force is less here. In gases, the cohesive force is less. Do you agree or no?
Yes, sir.
The force
Yes.
of attraction is less in gases. In solids, the cohesive force
It is
is
more.
more compared to liquid, compared to gas. In liquid, it is more compared to gas, but less compared to solid. But in gases, the cohesive force is very less. Okay, so when I go on heating it, what will happen? The gases molecules will absorb the kinetic energy and to start hitting each other. So to transferring its molecular momentum to the another molecule. So transferring its momentum to the another molecule. So it will come in one way only, one place only, at one place only. It will start hitting each other here and there. So at that point, what will happen? The viscosity will decrease or increase.
Increase, sir.
Increases.
With increase in temperature, the molecular momentum transfer increases. Hence, therefore, the viscosity also increases.
Increase.
Okay. So the summary of this topic is that in liquids, with increase in temperature, the viscosity
Decreases.
decreases. In gases,
Yes. Viscosity
as
increase.
with temperature increases, the viscosity.
Increases.
For an example, for liquids, okay, you go on reducing the temperature of a liquid till it becomes ice. For an example, if I go on reducing the temperature of a liquid of water to temperature 0 or less than 0, okay, what will happen to the water? It will get converted into a solid, that is ice. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
तो viscosity क्या होगा?
Less.
Increase.
Obviously degree.
Less है? अरे कितने बार बोलना है यार? With the increase in temperature, viscosity decreases. If we decrease the temperature,
Decreases.
what will happen to viscosity?
Increase in viscosity.
Increase in viscosity. You should remember the vice versa also ना. अगर मैंने पूछ दिया, किसी ने पूछ लिया वाइवा के टाइम पे कि what happens to a temperature when I decrease the temperature of a liquid, what happens to viscosity? तुम लोग सब decrease ही बोलोगे. Why? Because when I'm solidifying anything, it will stop moving, na? Right? For an example, एक और best example देता हूँ. Coconut oil, right? So in summers it will be liquid only, right? So in winters the temperature will be very low. Okay, it's very cold. So what will happen to the coconut oil? It will become solidified. तो तुम लोग क्या करोगे उसमें जो when you puncture it, what will happen when you try to get the liquid out or the oil out? What will happen? It won't come out, na? So what you will do then?
Yes.
What you will do then? You'll keep it in sun, or what you will do? You'll keep it in a hot water.
Yes,
Then what happens? It will get converted into liquid oil. Okay. So the same example.
Yes, sir.
समझे? So when I go on decreasing the temperature of the liquid, the viscosity goes on
Increasing.
increasing, because it will become a solid. The solid doesn't flow. Ice doesn't flow, na?
Yes, sir.
समझा कि नहीं? So in liquids it is because of cohesive force, and in gases it is because of molecular momentum transfer. समझे?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cohesive.
Okay. So already time is up. Fine.
Yes, sir.
You can give your attendance, then you can leave.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for at least listening.
Sir, please share the PPT and notes in Google Classroom.
Yeah, I will do it, but I have the notes of all the sorry, not all the first module. I don't want to share it now because what you will do, you will read the notes and you won't come for the class. So that's why I'm waiting. So after finishing some topics, I'll upload it.
Okay, sir, no problem.